but specifically, like, this is a great question around number of dates. Like, a lot of people, and I was asking this in our group, the Polarity Dojo, a lot of people don't want to have sex on the first date anymore because they just had so many casual relationships that didn't work. And I'm curious, from your perspective as the feminine, what do you feel like? Is it 1 to 3 dates, or what does that look like? What would you advise someone who's dating right now?
How many days before we have sex?
Yeah, or like, what's that conversation or container look like?
Yes, 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 yes. Well, first of all, get clear. What do you want? Are you looking for something simple and casual, or are you looking to actually build depth and intimacy and connection? And then also understanding that sexual energy tends to connect us to other individual on deep emotional, psychological levels. And so if the individual with whom you're engaging does not have the same values, who does not want to support your vision, who doesn't understand what your needs and desires are, then that sexual relationship can turn toxic and actually create attachments that you don't really need, because those people are not really in alignment for your highest truth. Right. And so sacred sexuality is about really practicing intentionality about with whom we're connecting. And so in conscious dating, this is the tricky part. And I'm dealing with a lot of the Madonna whore complex. It's like women, we just can't get it right. You do it too soon, you're a whore. If you wait too long, you're a prude. Like, what's the right way, right? And so I think for every woman, it's her individual choice, and for men to also step into their understanding of not judging, because if she wanted to have sex on a first date, then so did you. So no double standards there, right? And so for me, emotional safety has been a really important value when it comes to my intimacy. I feel if I cannot feel comfortable with the individual afterwards, if we don't have a comfortable aftercare and just kind of closing off a container, if there is like wobbly energy, I don't know where we stand, are you gonna call me? Like, that emotional like check-in, that to me needs to be present. And however long it takes us to get there depends on the person that I'm dating.
Well said, well said. Another question that I know has come up a lot for folks is who should pay? What's your opinion on that? Who should pay on the first date, second date, third date?
Yes. So I'm going to answer this 2 ways. One way is the Russian way, because I'm from Russia. We're very Slavic roots into the strong primal energy. The Russian way is that man pays. However, because this is new consciousness, as a woman on the first date, I offer. Would you like to split this? Or I like to leave a tip. I like to ask to leave a tip. I always leave a nice tip. So if he pays for the bills, like, I'll leave a nice tip. So in that moment, I feel it's good to inquire. But as a woman, you get to witness whether or not he's ready to be in a state of provision. Because if he accepts half of your credit card, you're paying half the rent, my love. So.
Yeah, well said, well said. And this is fascinating. There's a lot of Russians and expats here in Bali, and this is like a big urban legend in the community. All these Russian women here, a lot of these American or Western men dating them, and a lot of them expect the man to pay, even to pay for rent if they enter a relationship. And that a lot of people here think that's weird, or like they think it's entitled, etc. And from a primal feminine perspective, you want to be provided for, which is actually the most natural thing in the world. And so I think a lot of people have some navigating to do around that.